if you just bought an iPad Pro, you might be a little angry. Hey guys, Jonathan with Untitled here, and yeah, Apple just refreshed the iPad Air, and yeah, it has the M1 chip inside, and yeah, if you're watching this on a 2021 iPad Pro, you might be a little angry. But let's talk about why the iPad Air still might not be the iPad Pro killer you thought it could be. Design-wise, it's the same as the previous iPad Air, the 4th generation iPad Air. You're not going to tell this one apart from that previous generation. The same 10.9-inch screen, 2360 by 1640 resolution display. It's a nice display, but honestly, it's exactly the same as last generation. There's no difference. There's no ProMotion display on this iPad Air, just like the previous generation. You now have 5G capabilities with this new iPad Air, and you have the faster M1 chip inside. The front-facing camera is now a 12 megapixel camera sensor with center stage built in, which is Apple's built-in camera software that kind of follows you around as you move to keep you in the frame. It's kind of weird how this software works, but it works. As well as a few different color options, including a purple color if you like that color option that was on the iPad mini. But that's pretty much it. That's the only difference between the 4th generation and the 5th generation iPad Air. The M1 chip instead of the A14 Bionic, 5G capabilities, and now the 12 megapixel front-facing camera with center stage. That's it. No other differences, at least from what I can see. Now, if you have the 11-inch iPad Pro, you might have bought that tablet last year because it has the powerful M1 chip inside. And now you might be kicking yourself because the iPad Air now has the M1 chip inside as well. And the iPad Air costs $200 less. But look, it's not as bad as you might think. Yes, the iPad Pro is $200 more, but you're actually getting a lot for those $200 if you really think about it. First of all, you're getting double the storage. Instead of 64 gigabytes of storage, you're getting 128 gigabytes, which is great. You're also getting ProMotion display on the iPad Pro, so you have a higher refresh rate. You also have a slightly larger and brighter display at 11 inches, and the iPad Pro also has a 4-speaker setup, so a much better audio experience. On the iPad Pro, you're also getting Face ID instead of Touch ID, which on a tablet, in my opinion, it is way better to have Face ID. It's way better to unlock your tablet with just your face instead of using your fingerprint. It's just more convenient on a tablet. You're also getting an extra 10 megapixel ultra wide camera sensor on the back, which I get it, no one really takes pictures with their iPads or their tablets, at least they shouldn't, but you do have an extra camera sensor if you wanted to take a picture, if you wanted to be one of those people that take pictures with their iPads. You're also getting a better front-facing camera system with more software features to get better photos or better video with the front-facing camera system. And the USB Type-C port on the iPad Pro is actually a Thunderbolt 4 port instead of just a regular USB Type-C port. So you'll have faster transfer speeds with that port. And with the iPad Pro, you're also getting a LiDAR scanner, which probably isn't too big of a deal anyways, but you have it on the iPad Pro. And I'm sure there's more. The point is, an extra $200 for all of these features might just be worth it for you. Now, of course, there will be many who just decide to save an extra $200 and go with the more reasonably priced iPad Air. But I don't think this makes the 11-inch iPad Pro obsolete or just a bad purchase now that we have this new iPad Air. If you want more as a professional, you're still probably gonna go with the iPad Pro because it just has more pro features, I guess you could say. But I will say that I was really surprised that Apple put the M1 chip inside the iPad Air. I was not expecting that. I was pretty sure that it was gonna get the new A15 Bionic chip, not the M1 chip. Now all we need is for Apple to take advantage of that more powerful chipset and give us better software features and better professional applications on the iPad. That's what we're waiting for. So in the end, if you're looking for a tablet, a solid tablet, maybe you want great performance, but you don't need all of those extra features in a tablet, go with the iPad Air. It's a solid tablet. Now, if you're looking to upgrade, definitely don't upgrade from the previous iPad Air. It's just not worth it. I mean, there's just not much difference between the 4th generation and 5th generation iPad Air. But if you're looking for more storage space and some more pro features, $200 more to get all of that on the iPad Pro it just might be worth it for some. And honestly, because there isn't a huge difference between the 4th generation and 5th generation iPad Air, you might want to try to find that previous generation iPad Air for cheaper, because it's also still a solid option. And you might be able to get that one, which has still solid performance, and save even more money. So that's honestly a really good option to consider as well. But what do you guys think? Are you planning on going with the new iPad Air, or are you planning on maybe going with another iPad that's available right now? Let me know with a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.